Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. So we're at the main screen here. I just wanted to point out now that when you load into the load screen, this is the first time for me to actually have loaded. We could go here to Ireland. Just highlight it. We couldn't do that when it wanted to push us into the next story. But we can go here. We can look at the one character that we still have to do here, and the fact that this character is not at level 10 and we haven't leveled up all of our guys at level 10. I just don't really see a reason why you would want to do any of that. Uh, Not right now, at least. Now, if I remember correctly, I think that there is a certain point when you can't actually go back again. Or at least it seems like that. So making more than one save might be worth doing when we are at the end of the fourth section, Harish, before we enter Silver Cities. That way we can come back and finish it. You can see there's 3 things still labeled on there that need to be done, whereas there's 11 things in this story that need to be done. Oh yeah, and you can also tell my clock thing is way off now because I left the game running. I left it running obviously almost 64 hours. Yep, common problem with me is I have ambition and not time to play video games, so the factor comes in that I'll leave the game running in the hopes of playing it, and then I don't for quite a long time. It's ridiculous there's loading screens between certain scenes here. This is an outrage. I don't need a ticket. Don't you know who I am? I'm Count Carlisle. Give me your name, fool. I will report your insolence to the Emperor at once. Okay, okay, go on in. So this was the right direction to go anyways. Night formations start charging with full power. Interesting. So we have several things, and I didn't look up the puzzle either. I did not look up the puzzle solution, I forgot. Oh well, so I won't go back to that. How are we doing? We're at level 5. We haven't even unlocked a third group. So I'm hoping there's a little bit more story here before the tournament. I kind of wish I could play as Vargas. I think he's a better character, if I'm just gonna say that, with his little dog, and he gets a little bit more characterization than the older brother here, because uh, the older brother simply is trying to save his namesake. So let's talk to this guy. Carlisle, this Carlisle that. I can't believe this second-rate bootlicker has become so important. He's a cheat, he's a swindler, and a thief. Plus he parks his horse all over the place. He's a bad parker. I'm gonna take these things. Let's see, let's talk to this guy. I'm not sure why, but Carlo is very adamant about me guarding this statue. So either step back or feel my wrath. Battle the guard. Let's go ahead and try him, I guess. See, no, he's a 7. No penalty for fleeing, other than maybe a conversation. Keep away, this is private property. So I could purchase these angels, but before I do, I want to make sure I don't get handed a bunch of them. Almost certainly our main quest here is the Emperor's Tournament. Again, I could just purchase these guys. And this guy is what level? Level 8. Halt citizens are barred from entering the castle in these times of war. There we go. Elves, they talk to grass and cry over broken tree limbs. How can you reason with that? Okay. And I think if I go this way, I load into the other section. So, if I need to buy more characters, which I kinda should do, but I think I have enough. I don't feel like the ratio in which you're handed your legendary characters, your stronger characters, is affected by having the maximum amount. So if I have 10, for example, like 10 priestesses, that doesn't change the number of times I will get a priestess in my drop. I don't think. At least not until I'm down to only one. I guess that would probably cut my odds in half. Otherwise, I think you're fine. As long as you have to. You, sir, is it too late to join the Emperor's tournament? Now, I want to talk a little bit about Godric's dress compared to the elves. It is way, way stark contrast. It's like feathers and armor all over his suit. It's now with the helmet that he got, his face is almost completely covered too. You just see his mouth. It's points and feathers and just like, wow, this is such a sharp jet, change from the elf. It's really too much of a change, I would say. They needed something in the middle. They had to balance it out. Some just average way of clothing. But let's move on with the story. So you must have a griffin in your ranks to enter. Okay. So you must purchase a griffin unit for his army. Here's a griffin unit. So 3 griffins. So we'll ask again. Ah, you have a griffin. Good. There's 1 space remaining. What's your name? Or, Sir Ignatius Thunderblade. A powerful name as I've ever heard. I wish you luck, sir. Ignatius Thunderblade? Lay off, Vargas. So, Alexei. Interesting. I don't remember him as a character at all. The son of the Emperor? Let's see. An excellent diversion, father. Who do you think will win the tournament? Do you wish to place a wager with me? Alexei, wagering is immoral and unbecoming a king. Emperor. So we get another kid instead of an adult, and I don't know if Alexei plays any part in the story at all. No fun. Like, that may be the entire conversation that he plays, so it seems weird they would have him as a character. Unless there is this deeper Might and Magic lore that never gets touched upon on any of the games I've ever seen. Which that would probably be cool, but I don't know how I would learn that or enter it if I'm not seeing that in the games. The announcer says, "Ladies and gentlemen, this tournament is a test of warriors' cunning and strategy. For our first battle, we'll have Sir Edwin Gerhardt versus Ignatius Thunderbolt." Yeah, and so for the tournament, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be involved in every fight. Now, I think I could probably win this battle, but it's gonna be a little tough to beat the others. So looking here, trying to find things I can do. Let's see. So they're gonna start off at full power with my ability. I need to use my spell wisely, so if I had it charged up by the time this angel attacked, that would be nice. But it may also be a little unnecessary. Let's see. If I take this, put it here, take that out. Take this, put it, actually not, let's take this one, move it here, take this one, move it here. Maybe I could get a chain going. Let's see. This here, this here, take that, and then we'll take this one, place it here. No chain there. I guess it would be helpful if I knew what the countdown was for each character. It's kind of a shame, as long as this game is, because it's broken up by 5 different characters, you end up not actually memorizing the elements of each character as well as you should. And I suppose if you could play on the online, that might fix that issue, but that's only if there's a thriving online community, which I just heavily suspect there isn't. I wish all games had major online activity. It's just there's only so many people in the world that play video games online, and this is such an old game. I doubt I'll find 20 games. Maybe. Well, we'll certainly try. But often, by the time I cover a game as in a retrospective like this, it's too late. Which also means you have to consider that when you're reviewing whether a game is worth buying now. When you see the video game, when you first hear of it, that it really doesn't matter if the game is super fun in its online, but nobody in 2016 can play it online. That whole element of the game is worthless. It might as well be considered like it doesn't even exist. And that's the diminishing return you often get with online shooters and such, as if it's just heavy into the multiplayer scenario. Oh, I'm probably gonna lose here. Take note, there's 40 plus damage gonna be done by this angel, and I've failed to do anywhere near enough to it. So I guess I'll just take this yellow and drop it down here. Now I have the enemy here at 30. Although it's been 14 minutes and we're halfway through. I'm talking too much, obviously. I got down to 16. Maybe I can do this. Wow. That final move out of nowhere, I wasn't paying enough attention. And I got a victory not even realizing that's what was gonna happen. I was looking at the clock going, wait a minute, I feel like I'm about halfway through this battle and it's taken the regular length. So we get a decent amount of gold, and that will be a recurring theme in this part of the story, is we're just gonna have a lot of gold and we're just gonna buy the characters we need. Which is kind of funny because it stops being like that for the others. Spectacular, Thunderblade is victorious, but was he just lucky? We'll soon find out. Are the challengers ready to continue? Sure. Round 2, Sir Ignatius Thunderbolt versus Archmage Faid, our esteemed guest from the Silver Cities. So he's one higher, and I kinda wish I had run into a couple more random battles. They don't happen enough. What to do, what to do? Well, this chains, at the very least. And this chains. And this won't chain, but it might kill his character. And just go ahead and play this too. Yeah, none of those chain because they're all different characters. Now I believe his character with the knives here, I think it's a djinn is what they call it. Maybe they call it something else like a guardian. I believe he just does a massive amount of damage. So taking him out would be very much appreciated. I also kinda need to charge up this character so I don't lose it. Yeah. 5 turns at 30 health. We'll see what happens here. Alright. This and this. This. Oh no, I lost it. I was protecting the other one when I should have been protecting that. Well, that's one priestess down. Nice amount of damage. Alright. Might as well just do a refill here. And let's see. That one. And that one. That's a link. Let's see, what can we do? We'll do this, move this here, and we'll move this here. I want to get both of these guys started on the same turn. So eat that one, take this one, place it here, take this one, place it here. down to 25, I'm down to 0. Wow. Defeated. So it's game over. Am I ready to continue? No. Let's just say no. Let's wander over. Well, let's see what's equipped first of all. Probably should have something like that equipped to start off with. That would probably be useful. And let's see, can we buy one more? Griffin. And when we hit X, is there anybody, like I could go get a level 6 Boylan for some more gold, but I don't see a reason to. So I think a slight change around, so I'm using Griffin. And just a second attempt is about all we can do. I recall this tournament particularly being just a barrier block to progress, because you can't do anything else until you're done with this. Well, you can, but your level is too low. So you're either going to have to surpass your level by beating somebody who's really higher than you, or beating this guy that's really higher than you. Let's see. That's the chain. Let's put the blue here and see if maybe we can double stack onto a chained. Play really, really well. Oddly, it was not this character that ended up killing me and doing the massive amount of damage. I didn't play that right at all. I should have done this and that. Foolish move on my part. Well, he just killed the Griffin. That sucks. And that only did a measly 4 damage. Let's see. This and this. Darn it, I should look where I put things. I just lost another knight. Of course, that's only if I have a victory. Now I've did like 1 damage. My characters are so weak. They're super weak. He's just pulling off all these chains. He's such a better player than I am. Well, as you probably figured, since I was at the load screen and I was loading, it's been a little bit of a break since I last played this, so it's not inconceivable that I am just mentally a little unrevved up. That's not the right way to say that. Not warmed up. A little cold mentally, I suppose would be a good way to say it. And hopefully throughout the course of the rest of this hour, I'll get better. I mean, I've got a pretty good board going on right now. And let's see. That one. And then refill. See, yeah, he just did a massive amount of damage to me. Let's look at what we can do. No. And then we have to go to loading screens versus loading screens. It just doesn't make any sense why those are there. Alright. Which one has the slowest countdowns? Archers. So archers compared to spearmen compared to the swordsman. What item can I use? Fused attack receives this. Revive after death. I think we need the Phoenix Feather. And both of these are 4 and this one's 5, so the knight is the right move. The only thing is maybe I should just play with a bunch of spearmen. That's the only thing I can really consider might be the right move. But if I fail this time, I've got to go just wander the land. Maybe go by the angels, see if I can do something with that. Let's see. Trying to chain all of this together as best as it can. Take this, put it here. Take this, put it here. Take this, put it here. I maybe would have been better to chain and have both of those go at the same place. Here we go. Take this. Take this. Like, I don't even know what to do here. This guy's gonna attack in 2, this guy's gonna attack in 4. Let's see, if I move him over there, I guess that's probably our best bet. Let's take this, move this, and move this. The fuse. That ought to be fun. That was a massive amount of damage I just took though. Alright. Yeah, and I just did like 4. It's ridiculously low. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense why I'm doing so badly. Why I'm taking so much damage. I'm just getting outplayed, it seems. Alright. This here. Take that. This here. Take that. And this one here. But before I do that, I want to cast a spell too. This shield, maybe if I do a massive amount of shielded damage, that'll save me. Also, I guess the Griffin, if I make it to 5 turns, the Griffin probably would win the victory for me. But that seems very strange that you would have to pull off a Griffin attack to win, and nothing else would win for you. Or almost nothing else. But that seems like that's the case. Interesting. We do have the leaf, so we're gonna win. Reinforce. And let's see. The best thing I can do is this and this, and I think next turn I win. Maybe. If I can do 6 damage. I'm down to 9. I've got another shield I can play, and I still have the revive ring. Of course, if I die next turn, that might be not enough. So we play the shield again. We put this here. We take this, put this here, link. And then we take this and put it here. Let's not do anything, we'll just win. So that felt a little bit more luck based than strategy for most of what we've experienced up to this point. And I'm kinda not a super fan of that, but everything else has felt very strategy. And the puzzle levels in particular, super strategy there. He's done it! Sir Ignatius has made it to the final round. Can he go all the way? Let's go. The mysterious Thunderblade defeats Sir Kenneth Drake, the Emperor's most decorated warrior. Sir Drake has recently returned from a maneuver in Harish and is looking unusually pale and gaunt. He looks as if he wants to address the crowd. Let's listen. I felt the spider's bite and found my soul reborn. I look into the abyss of death and I saw nothing but beauty. Gasp! Life is endless torments. I will show you the everlasting peace. I will show you all death. Sir Drake, what has come over you? You embarrassed the Empire with this talk. The Empire no longer has my faith, nor my sword. Necromancy is now my calling. I will show you, Emperor. I will show you its virtues once I've drained the life from your body. Oh dear, Elrath, which is their god. Fear not, Emperor, I shall fulfill this ghoul's death wish. This time I run into the fight. So he's a necromancy that has its own little problems, but he only has like one character to fight, so probably won't be too difficult if I'm careful here. So here's a great move to start with. That was nice. And if I'm going to do that, then I probably should also do something like that. And I think the only other thing I can do is charge this one and make sure they're linked. And they're not even linked because they're not the same color? Is that the problem? Links require the same color? I still have yet to memorize how this game works. So we'll take this out, we'll take this out. We'll put this here, take this one out. And which one would be better? The walls? Yeah, we'll match this one here. Yeah. So if I do this, I almost have a full, just like everything here set up. Almost a full half of the map set up for what it needs to be done. Let's see. If I play this and if I only had time, I could have doubled up here. I guess that would have been my choice, and I chose poorly. So we'll move that over here. But you can see the board feels like I'm a little short on people. I would like to have more. I'd like to be able to, when I hit reinforce, have the board 100% full. That's not too good. As I look here, it's not a good setup at all. Alright. So move this one here, move this one here. And he just hurt a bunch of my characters and took their life with his necromancy ability, which that's a weird twist. Well, he's down to 37 now. He's down to 29 now. Let's see. This goes here. This goes here. And this goes here. He's sucking the attack out of my characters. Refill here. Take that one out. That reinforces. Let's do this one here. And take this one out. So he's gonna attack in 3 and do 34. I have 30 right now on my attack. That's probably means I'm gonna lose, and he'll kill this character or come close to killing this character. Let's see. It was probably pointless to take away this character as my final move, because now when I refill, it just is gonna put something there, and thus I wasted my effort. chain there. Put one there. But I am at 45 and he is at 29, so if this wall in front of me and this attack right now manages to do something, I don't know what it particularly could do. So I'm gonna do something a little weird and put a second wall there. And then start this one charging up. And we'll just see what happens here. He sucks his life to 36. I have 35 attack on my griffin. He takes out a lot, but not everything, so I'm up to 14 now on my griffin. We'll see what this griffin does. Does 16 damage. So while that was a complicated game of chess, it did come out to my advantage eventually. So I'm gonna take this and this, and then move that there. I just need to do a little bit more damage to get the wall going. Or just make one more thing. So I'll take the wall here right now. Let's see. I'll make a match here. And take that right there. And everybody's that's charging up to go. Is getting sucked out, giving the opponent more of a chance to win. I got him down to 6. I don't feel like I did a massive amount of damage there though. I think I could have done better. Let's see. Let's start this griffin setup. It's a slow process. Slow process. The battles are getting longer and longer, which isn't inherently bad, but it is a little weird feeling to get used to a certain length and then all of a sudden that certain length gets changed on you. Let's see, I want this here. And then what do I want? Let's just go ahead and reinforce over here. Take this, and we can get rid of this one, make a match, and we can take that one and make a match. Of course, if this group here manages to kill it, darn it! Darn it, darn it, darn it. There's just no toughness in the archers. That's the problem. They don't act as good defensive characters at all. You, I suppose, need a balance there that I've yet to figure out what the right balance is. Link that. Take this, take that. Take this. Man, if only I had like one more blue I could move somewhere. I could do a yellow, but there's no reason to even do it. And he full on killed the group that was getting ready to attack there. Let's see. This here. This here. And yeah, I'm gonna lose this griffin, so might as well ignore it. There's no way that his attack here is going to get through this wall. It is almost going to refill my spell though, so I just need 6 damage again though. So even though that was a massive blow, there's a decent chance I still win. We've got some backups, we've got some different moves to make. Let's see. I could eat this one for a chain. Is that the right move? That's a very expensive move. That is far too expensive a move for something I'm willing to do. How about we do this instead? Of course, I'd only be doing worse if I was playing characters that took longer to charge up, because that would just be more characters on the field at any one time that these Death Lords, or whatever they're called, I give them names, doesn't mean they're the real ones. So, if I play this one right now, that's 4. And then we refill. I'm waiting for the attack to happen. So I don't want to use the spell on this turn. Put this here, do this. I've got 2, so why don't I just double up on this? There we go. It seems like the game has decided to let me win. So now I use the spell. And I will play this one there. Play this here. That there. And what more do I want? This one? I think that works. This should be victory for me. Unless he does a massive amount of damage to me and somehow takes me down. And even if he does take me down, it doesn't matter because my wall... Oh, I'm not taking any damage. I didn't realize that. I thought you took half damage, but no. I didn't take any at all, so that barrier spell would have won it for me if somehow that attack hadn't won it for me. Interesting. course, I gotta kind of wonder, should I have some other characters instead of archers now? Uh, because I need the other guys to level up too. Father, father, Sir Thunderblade saved your life. He's a hero. Yes, what a dark turn to a perfectly good day of sporting. The tournament is complete. I hereby announce Sir Ignish Thunderblade the victor.
And so, posing as Sir Thunderblade, Godric has emerged victorious. If he were not so consumed with worry, he would be overjoyed at receiving praise from the Emperor himself.
Brave Sir Thunderblade, you have proven your strength and prowess on the battlefield. Join me in the Great Hall. We shall throw a feast to celebrate. Thank you, my Emperor. It's the highest privilege of a knight can ask for. Finally, I shall see the Emperor and set him straight about my father in this absurd war with the elves. A suggestion, Master Godric? It may be wise to hold your tongue. Play the role of this Thunderblade character a little longer. Deceive the Emperor, but why? We don't know his motives. Is he the mastermind of this foul business, or is he being misled? It is true. I don't know the Emperor's mind in these matters. They say that it happened on his orders, but if I continue to pose as Sir Thunderblade, perhaps I will learn more than I might as Godric. Town Guard Castle is just north of here, Godric. So, now we've got some other things we can do. I don't believe we can go back into the tournament. So, that's fine. I mean, can't do any of the other fights. Sir Thunderblade, a moment of your time, sir? Sir Geralt, oh, I do hope there are no hard feelings about me beating you in this tournament. No, sir, you fought well and won with the match honorably. It was such a thrilling battle, in fact, that I find myself craving a rematch of sorts. Care to face me again? Not quite yet. Another time, Geralt. I have an important business to do. All night business, of course. So, before we take them on, we need to equip some different characters in this. I have 2 of these left. This is level 4, this is level 3. Let's try that. Skip, start. On guard. See, so he's like level 8. I don't feel like I'm confident enough to beat that. So, there's definitely a lack of confidence on my part here, but also a lack of ability on my part too. This guy is level 6, right? No, he's level 8. The level 6 guy is somewhere else. So I might as well use my currency. And I need to buy some angels anyway, so I'll go ahead and buy 3 angels. And we're just gonna go ahead and equip the angels. Well, we'll equip them later, actually. Yeah, we need to do the side quests. We need to do the puzzle quests. I need to find the solution to those things. Sadly, there's no real help as far as the puzzle quests besides leaving the game and just looking up the solution online. If there was, it would be a little bit more fair. I can't afford any more knights. I think what I'm running into is just a lack of, well, no, I'm lacking gold and coal. I have plenty of crystals, but not enough of anything else. So this guy is level 6. What's this guy again? We'll skip this. It's quite a long conversation that we've seen. He's 6. Alright, we can take out this guy. But yeah, I've dropped the ball, obviously. So, yellow, start discharging. We start this wall. We start this wall. And we start this counting for 4. And we've got so many moves to do to get. I wish I had one more blue I could do, but this one and this one. Move this here, calling for reinforcements. Let's see. And then I have one more white thing I can go ahead and just chain that. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't win here. Now I very well may go back to just using archers only after I've got everything up to level 5, but I do want all my characters at the max. It's a little silly in this game in particular to be worried about that, but I still kind of am. This one and this one and this one. Yeah, there's just not quite enough fights to get everybody up to the max level. And I don't think your online profile is going to be affected by what you do in the campaign at all. So I imagine if you wanted to play as one character online, you'd have the max number of every single character and all of them would be at their max levels. Just by default. That's the only way I could imagine it would be anywhere even close to being fair. Let's see. Who do I want to move this to? I guess I have to move it here to protect it. So I would have lost right then and there, but I used the item. So I'm gonna get 25% of my health back. Refill. Double charge that to do 12, and I think I've got the victory. I hope I've got the victory. If he can pull off any attacks at all, he's probably gonna win. Any attacks of any real value. There we go, victory. And right on time too. So that gets me up to level 7, that gets that character up to level 5. It lets me level up those characters a little bit more too. It gives me thing. You're alright, fancy boy, you haven't got a whooping like that in a dog's age. And I got no gold from that. That's right, keep walking, fancy boy. Who's this character? Emperor's Tournament, but everybody knows those are fakes. The winner is always determined by purity of bloodline. The Thunderblade character is probably some noble son or something. Interesting. True, but interesting still nonetheless. So we have this Bowden character we need to go find. We could probably go beat Valdo too, get some more gold. And I need to find the solution to this puzzle too. And I'm in the perfect place to get that done because I am right here at the puzzle. So that's the first thing we'll do is the puzzle. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.